Well, everybody, welcome back to Relentless Talk Radio. This is segment 3. This is the art and fashion segment of Relentless Talk Radio. And I have Gail Friend with me today. I'm super excited about Gail. Gail and her partner are my sponsors for the OCB Slayer Classic, which is coming up on August 18th at the Herberger Theater, where I'm getting into a very tiny bikini that Gail has designed and getting on the stage and doing my first bikini competition. So, Gail, tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Well, my name is Gail Friend, and thank you so much for having me today, Michelle. This is going to be fun. I'm a designer who happens to wear many hats. I kind of go from one extreme to the other. I do have my business partner. We create the one-of-a-kind custom bikinis for women who compete in physical fitness competitions. And I also, kind of by accident, found out I love designing gowns and getting into the creative couture details, and I'm trying to learn that. And I've then since branched out and have a partner, and I do commercial photo shoots. I have coordinated and doing runway shows and all kinds of things like that. So it's just a lot of fun.
And you have an organization called the International, tell me what it is again.
Oh, Fashion Group International is a fashion organization that started back in 1930 with the then editor-in-chief of Vogue magazine, and also Eleanor Roosevelt, Elizabeth Arden, Edith Head. There was 13 women at a table who started this international fashion group. Last year, I've been a member for 3 years. Last year, I was elected as the president of the Arizona chapter. So that's
I want to know all about that. So send me tons of information about that. We haven't had a chance to talk about that. That's fantastic. I love that 13, my 13 is my dang number. So 13 women right there, you got me. But Eleanor Roosevelt is one of my faves.
I know. It's so impressive.
Fantastic. Yeah, she was one of those women that just changed the world as we know it, quite frankly. She's really good.
Yeah, so impressive.
It's really impressive. So why bikinis? How did that happen? Why bikinis?
It's a really fun story. I worked in an office, and I was an office manager, and I hired this girl named Krista, and she was a competitor. She was in the, business. She was competing in her, at that time, first competition, and she bought this bikini, and she brings it to me because she had heard I sewed, and the strap was coming undone, and she asked if I could fix it, and I'm like, sure, no problem. And then she told me how much she paid for this suit.
And you had a heart attack and went ding.
Almost like that. I take it home and I'm thinking and I'm like, I could make these. So I kind of brainstormed with her knowledge of the industry and having those connections, and me with the sewing connection. So we just ended up creating this business, and we rented an office space, and we did custom suits. These women work, as you know, work so hard.
Oh, and your suit's like a huge flipping deal.
Yes.
And your suit can go between $500 and $2,800.
Yeah,
they're like a tiny little suit with blingy stuff on it.
Yeah, and I see why now. The amount of hours it takes to do all those crystals is extraordinary. But yeah, and it was just so fun. But yeah, it just
took on a life of its own, right?
Took on a life of its own. Everything I've been doing lately really has had a life of its own. It's just so predestined to happen because I'm literally running to keep up with everything.
That I guess what happens, right? I was just talking with Dr. Dan about how sometimes I have to turn the water on while I'm peeing when I'm on the phone because I wouldn't have time to pee, right? You get so busy. Now, so you actually had an office at Fabric, which is how I ended up meeting. Yes. Angela Johnson is one of the charities that is being in line for the art of fearless giving back, and she's also. I have a fashion line that I'm launching in 2020, 2021, a women's fashion line and a men's fashion line. So I met Angela, trying to find a place where I could manufacture my stuff. So you're actually one of the fabric artists, and that's a huge reason. That is actually the biggest reason why I went with you, is I really want to support Fabric and all the designers that work through Fabric. So tell me about your relationship with Fabric and what you've been doing there.
Well, I actually, Krista and I had decided to move from where we were. Our lease was up, and I had the opportunity. I had met Angela. I'm like, I love what you're doing. I want to be involved. So I started volunteering. And then I was kind of on the ground floor when they got that building in Tempe, and I rented an office space.
Yeah.
I was there for till just recently as a tenant, but
Yeah.
I volunteered. I just totally believe in, what they're doing. They're doing great things for the community. The networking, the connections I've made has been amazing.
Incredible.
It's just been stepping stones to getting better and better and better. But Angela is the best person in the world. Sherry Berry is the best person in the world. I love them dearly.
Super hard workers, totally bootstrapping, self-funded initiative that they've got some legs up from Tempe and some foundational support. But for the most part, those two girls have dipped into their calendars and their wallet and their every ounce of their creative energy to create something super special in Tempe. And so I'm definitely on board with supporting them however I can. I just think it's a fantastic thing. What's the future for Center Stage Suits? What's your plan for Center Stage?
Well, we've recently invested in some better equipment and some better processes to kind of make this as make them faster so we can do more for more people. When you're just two people doing all the work for something that's so time consuming, it does take amount of time, and you can't really grow. You can only grow to a certain level.
Right.
So we are also going to
You're trying to scale up is what you're trying to do. You're trying to scale at this point.
Yeah, exactly. So we've kind of come up with some really good ideas. We've bought some new equipment we're just getting started working with. We're going to meet with Sherry and Angela about possibly going into production with some of it for a ready-to-wear, so to speak, line online where people can call, like some people will call on like they need a suit in like 2 weeks. Well, we can't do a custom suit in 2 weeks.
Right.
If we have some ready-to-wear available, we've got this one. That's kind of where we're going now, is get that market.
So we're going to be doing a little Facebook Live supplement of you helping me to fit for a bikini. I'm not sure how we're going to do that without being mostly naked, but I'm sure some people would enjoy that. Some people would be mortified, but we're going to do, I think it's next Saturday. Is that when we made the appointment?
This Saturday, yeah, 10:30.
So it's happening, but I have 12 days, it's good. Oh. So you're going to be coming to my place this Saturday, and we're going to be doing a fitting. And so we'll be doing a segment just on suit prep and that kind of thing. This is my first competition. I'm going to be choosing my competition for next year, and I just may be announcing what that competition is going to be during our segment. I don't know. I'll see if I have time to do a pick. It probably is going to be another OCB show because now I have an OCB amateur card. Yeah. You never know. I mean, like strange things could happen. I might end up with a pro card on the 18th. It could happen. It's not my plan. But it could, right? Stranger things have happened.
My partner Krista, that first show she did that got us all started, she actually took first place in her division. Right there.
Well, there's 38 girls who are like half my age competing in this competition. I think there's only 4 women that are in the old people category, like me, who are in their 50s, 40s that are kind of strutting their stuff. So we'll see. I didn't step on the stage to win. I stepped on the stage to step on the stage to show that it could be done. But if I'm doing that, I am going to drag you guys along with me. Dang it! And then shout out the amazing work that you guys are doing here in Arizona, and also through your relationship with fabric. I absolutely want to support everything you're doing. And so you'll have a year to come up with my next suit. And
well,
so
we could do that. It'll be amazing.
Designing it from the very scratch thing, like throughout the process. So I'm excited to do that with you. I appreciate you being my sponsor. I appreciate you taking time out to talk with me today. If people want to get a hold of you, how would they do that?
Our Instagram is Center Stage Suits. Facebook is Center Stage Suits. Gail Friend Designs is Instagram, and Gail Friend is Facebook. And I also have another group that I'm with is the Edify Fashion, and that's my website, www.edifyfashion.com. It's an amazing group that we're doing some really high fashion, bringing some amazing European type things to the Phoenix area. So
I'm like super excited to know you, Gail. I think this is awesome. I love how people meet and I love how things happen. So thank you so much for taking the time out. We have one last guest coming on in the entrepreneurism segment, and that is Tim Hillcove. He's the owner of Smart Wrap. He's also a musician and a fellow podcaster. He's really kind of a rock star. So he's next. So thanks a lot, Gail. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
I will see you then. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.